You are on India Today podcasts and you are in the Sledging Room.
We're making it 2 per week, Saurabh and Kingshuk, because this IPL deserves it, right? And
Our audience
also
deserves it.
What are we making 2 per week? Can you
the
please
Sledging
clarify?
Room podcast episodes.
Yes.
Yes. You know why? Because there's plenty happening, and if we do it in one episode, we'll also be not able to gather our thoughts, and people listening to us also will be like getting too much information and a load of rubbish at times from us. So it's better to have it 2 per week. 2024. I gave Alan that calculation. Alan should have been here to get that calculation right. But let's, after a humdinger in Vizag.
Oh,
Humdinger, it seems. Lost by 20 runs. Humdinger, it seems.
Yeah. If you looked at social media,
yeah.
Chennai Super Kings, Delhi Capitals, last over finish where Chennai lost the game by the 15th over. But yeah, Saurabh, did you expect Kolkata Knight Riders to be on top of the points table? And as usual, the strugglers are struggling at the bottom. What has been your takeaway from the first 2 weeks of IPL 2024? And who do you think has done well and who you think has not done well?
See, I have been very much impressed by 2 teams, KK and SRH. SRH might have won only 1 game and they might have lost 2 games.
Yeah.
But in all those three games, you could see the intensity. And Pat Cummins, before the IPL started, he came out and said, I want my team
Yeah.
to play with that intensity.
Yeah.
I want them to have that attacking mindset. And they have been there.
Yeah.
Yes, against the Gujarat Titans, they looked a bit dull after the wicket of Klassen fall, and Makram was also not able to do a lot of things.
Yeah.
But they were impressive in that game against, they scored the highest total in history of IPL, 277 for 5.
Yeah.
They defended it, despite Mumbai going hams and tongers while chasing it. And then we have to talk about KKR. With Gambhir back, Narayan batting at the top of order, Russell picking wickets or scoring runs.
Yeah.
This looks like 2014, not like 2024 IPL.
Yeah.
KKR looked like the best team. And CSK, that looked, the transition of captaincy from Dhoni to Rituraj, it looked pretty smooth till that match against Delhi Capitals happened. But then in that match against Delhi Capitals, you saw that vintage Thala. MS Dhoni in Vizag scoring those one-handed sixers.
Yeah.
It was a treat to us. So these are the 3 things that been the highlight for me in this first 2 weeks of IPL.
I asked Saurabh to give the review of the first 2 weeks, but he has booked 1 box of Rasgulla and 1 box of Mysore Pak by appeasing your teams and by talking about vintage Thala. But if you looked at what he spoke just before we came into the podcast room, was that reaction justified, Saurabh? Like, yeah, I understand that up and down teams have done well, but I couldn't understand how a team can celebrate their own defeat.
I myself, I cannot digest that.
Yeah.
But then you have to realize one thing. This is the man playing, MS Dhoni. The man, the myth, the legend, MS Dhoni is playing.
Yeah.
This might be his song.
Yeah.
And if he's coming out to bat in that game and he's trying to hit it out of the park and he's hitting Anik Nokia,
Yeah.
one of the fastest bowlers currently in this cricketing world, he's hitting it with such ease. Those are proper hitting shots. That 106 in the last over. Why will people not celebrate it? Yes, they wanted CSK to have made it 3 out of 3. But it's okay. You lose games. But then you look at the positives after the defeat. And this was the biggest positive they had. MS Dhoni coming out and batting like this. But still, I cannot digest this fact that any fan group will come out and celebrate one person's individuality over a team's loss.
Does that say a little bit about the franchise's future also?
Yeah, I mean, let the fans have it, man. I mean, Dhoni promised that he might come back. He did come back, and he, to his credit, played an insane knock in the last 2 overs.
That lofted cover drive.
Yeah.
Superb shot.
Had he played such shots in England, now we would have won. We would have not gone down 4-0 in Australia.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
I mean, you would like, it's good for CSK and bad for CSK that this happened, because once such an icon goes away from the franchisee, then who will pull the crowd? Who will they cheer for? So it's a transition season, and I think it's fine. I mean, MS Dhoni for Chennai is a massive name, and final season, swan song, as Saurav says.
Yeah.
Let him have it.
Final season for sure.
I think so.
We
I
don't
hope
want
so.
it to be the fan season, but the way you saw that video has gone viral, where MS Dhoni was holding his leg, he was limping, I think, after playing that knock.
Yeah.
So, fitness-wise, he might look fit when he's on that field, keeping for 20 overs, then batting for 3-4 overs, hitting those sixes, then it doesn't look that much.
Also,
free.
like before the mega auction, also, I think we should not read too much into it, but MS Dhoni shining like a bright star when he had Jadeja with him in the crease and he was struggling. It does look a little bad for CSK, but again, it's just one match. We should not read too much into it.
Yeah.
Jadeja might do well later on. He has not done in the last 2, 3, 4 years, but he might.
But he won you the final against Gujarat Titans.
But in my humble opinion, I think Jadeja is not a very good T20 player. Like,
I agree with you.
If you have to pick a
Stats
player,
will probably say that also.
if you have to pick a player all-rounder for your T20 World Cup, I'd rather go for Akshar Patel if you're looking for control, or maybe an attacking spinner in that position, or maybe get Dubey and Hardik both, where Dubey can duck the bouncers and hit the spinners, and Hardik can do what Hardik can do. But going back, sort of that, all of us were emotional. It seems Rishabh Pant beautifully said it. Like, he waited 1.5 years to hit that one-handed six. And not just him, but the entire cricketing world waited for that shot to come out. And when it came out, we were discussing at the start when he was 23 of 23, if I'm not wrong, that, okay, maybe it's not time. Maybe he might have rushed himself back back into the scheme of things. But that over, Patirana, whatever you say, Patirana was in good rhythm yesterday and he smashed Patirana to change the momentum. He smashed Mustafizur to change the momentum. His last 28 runs came in just 9 deliveries.
Yeah.
Are these good signs? Can he build on that and work towards? Should he set a target now? I'm asking this. Yeah, we all spoke that Rishabh Pant should take it lightly and all that. But now that he is capable of scoring a half century at that pace, should he set a target that I need to be in the T20 World Cup squad and I need to play like this?
No, I don't think so. You know what I believe? Rishabh Pant, after everything that he has done in past 1.5 years, he comes up with an Instagram post where he's saying that he's enjoying being out there.
Yeah.
He should keep enjoying that phase. Yeah. Yes, I would want him to score more runs, definitely, but setting a target is not going to help.
Yeah.
You never play like that. You should go and enjoy your game. You should go and make it a point where you talk to yourself and say, okay, I will enjoy my batting, I will enjoy my keeping, I will enjoy my captaincy. Don't think about the T20 World Cup spot. Yeah. No, please don't.
Yeah.
And especially for this season, this year, in fact, everything that Pant does is a bonus.
Yeah, absolutely.
1 of 1, 2 of 2, 23 of 23, whatever he scores is a bonus. Let him get into the groove, let him get back to 100% fitness, whatever. The most important thing for me is that he has shown that he's not lost the touch.
Yes.
You saw that one-handed attempt of a run out. You saw that six. You see that hunger of running in between the wickets and keeping for 20 overs. KL Rahul can't do that. KL Rahul has not done that in IPL, but Pant has. So let him do whatever he wants. The bigger goal is for him to get back to full fitness for the Indian team and go to the tour down under.
Yes. We all know Pant is synonymous to what happened in Gaba. So we'll want to see Pant. I want to see Pant more in Australia than in the T20 World Cup squad.
Yeah. When I was talking about whether we should set targets, Saurabh was saying, no, we should enjoy ourselves. We should enjoy being on the field. That's how we both played our gully cricket. Yeah. We come in the morning at 6:30. We think about, okay, chai at 7:30. 9th over ke end mein we'll go and have a chai. And then chole bhature at the end of the match. I think the priorities are different for you, Kingshuk, because you're a decent enough player to trouble Vikrant Gupta and get his wicket claimed by Kingshuk Kosari.
Yeah, nobody saw it.
Nobody saw it.
Yeah, people who were sitting in this room did not see it.
Yeah.
So that is how we'll sort it.
I do my work in the background. Just like how I predicted that KKR were going to be one of the best sides this tournament. So let's talk about that. What have KKR done this time around that they're the only team to win an away game this season?
Yeah.
At the moment.
Maybe Chandrakant Pandit is not telling overseas players what to wear. That is maybe something that has changed.
Former Namibia player David Vizag came out and said this.
Allegedly.
Yeah.
Yes. But every coach has his own way, Saurabh. As in, we can't. He has been a domestic stalwart. He kind of expects that kind of discipline from the A. we all saw what happened to Justin Langer when Australian teammates themselves, there were media reports saying that they were not happy with school headmaster-like behavior from him. But each coach has his own, whether you fit into that or don't fit into that is your call, right? We can't blame Chandrakant Pandit for expecting good things from players.
Not at all.
Yeah, I mean, that is what essentially, I think cricket gives you a space for every kind of character.
Yeah.
Let's say if Pat Cummins is a woke captain, he's been successful in his own way. Not like Justin Langer was not. Justin Langer also had a 4-0 Ashes win under him and the T20 World Cup. So it's great that IPL or cricket in general can accommodate these kind of characters. And it's not just one recipe that can win you the title.
There's never been one recipe for any success. Any you talk about sports,
but ask Hardik Pandya, he'll give you 2 recipes. Either go picking the best players like Mumbai Indians or pick unknown players and groom them, it seems. Which is the CSK way, according to him, which has never been, like we discussed in the previous episodes also.
To their credit, they're doing it with Naman this season.
And they're winning all the games.
They've always done that. Mumbai have always done that. It's not just Naman.
He had a good point there.
And they're winning all the games under the new captain. Very good transition.
What's going wrong, Saurabh, there? What is going wrong? As in, we were talking about how the fans kind of celebrated when Dhoni hit that winning runs in a losing cause, hit that 6 in a losing cause. But your own fans booing you, as in, what is happening? Can they come back from this?
I think they should make a comeback. But Hardik as a captain has been below par. Because whatever he did at Gujarat Titans, now it looks like everything was done by Ashish Nehra. Because the decisions which he's making, why are you bowling in the power play? Why is Bumrah not bowling at least 2 overs in the power play? And in every game you see, this guy is... When he had to bat up the order, he's coming down the order. When he had Bumrah to bowl up in the power play overs, he's himself bowling 2 overs. He's bowling that young 17-year-old Queen of Mafaka.
I think he thinks himself that he's Dhoni. You have to win so many to become Dhoni.
In last
to
podcast,
become, I think if you make those goof-ups, you need to have that reputation of having had Midas touches. Like bowl Joginder Sharma in the last over ahead of Harbhajan Singh and get the wicket. I think you need to have that
but
track record to be
if you talk
free
about
of
MS Dhoni also, when people asked MS Dhoni very late in his career about that particular over you're talking about, he said, I had 2 bowlers, 2 options, either Joginder or Harbhajan. And Misbah was hitting spinners very cleanly. So I went for the safer option and that worked.
You're saying it's more logic.
Yes, it has been more logical. MS Dhoni always comes up with some logic.
And also, I mean, which captain has not been criticized for their calls in the cap? Like I remember Dhoni in
has he ever been criticized?
Dhoni in 2011, 2012 when he was losing away test matches left, right and center, they crowd wanted him out. And if Dhoni can come through that, I think Hardik can too. I mean, and also the fact that Mumbai have not played home matches till now. On the day that we are recording this, Mumbai are going to play their first home game against
a very good Rajasthan side. They are looking the part, right?
Yeah.
And Mumbai are the only team till now who have not won any game.
And also, till the
time we record this podcast.
If Mumbai lose at home today, then the criticism will again come up against Pandya.
Only one team has lost at home so far in the IPL.
What is the team?
The team that has the best fans, no, the toxic fans. What do you call it?
RCB. RCB, as you call it.
Again, that's RCB year and year. You expect this of RCB.
No, what I have an open challenge for all the teams. Okay, I am talking like a fanboy now. Ask Delhi Capitals who have made the final once. Ask Chennai Super Kings who have won the title 5 times. Ask Gujarat Titans who won the title once. Ask Mumbai Indians who have won the title 5 times. And ask SRH who have won the title once to have one season at Chinnaswamy as their home ground. And let's see what they can do. It's not RCB, it's that ground that is the problem.
No, but then you have to discount Delhi. Because Delhi's ground has never been supportive of their... Because Delhi as a whole unit, it has been a batting... packed unit.
You know what? I don't agree to him.
Yeah.
I don't agree with him at all.
Mumbai Indians and Chennai Super Kings one season at Chinnaswamy. Let's see what they do.
I'm going to point this out. That look at how KKR have set up their team this season. It's a flat batting track at Eden. They bat till 11. Harshit Rana, who comes out at 11 and 10, in the last 2 spots, has a first-class century. Man.
So what are you saying? RCB should have 11 bowlers.
RCB should have bowlers who know when to bowl, what to bowl. As simple as that. If
Yeah.
you see that game against KKR, KKR, Virat Kohli struggled to get runs. He was trying to hit the shots. It was not Virat Kohli's fault entirely.
Yeah.
KKR bowlers were very clever.
Yeah.
They were using the slower bowlers, the cutters. But when you see that RCB bowlers, they have been told, okay, 2 bouncers, but okay, we'll bowl short balls. Every over, we bowl 4 short balls.
Get a player, groom him. Every team is doing that now.
And
Talking about
what-
grooming, talking
you know
about
what
scouting.
shocked, you know what shocked me? Sorry for cutting both. Akashdeep, who made debut for India, he has not played a single game for
Riding high
RCB.
on confidence.
Vijay Vashak Kumar, Akashdeep and Siraj would have been a
And
terrific
what
bowling
a
unit.
sensational spell from Akashdeep also in that day, first day of the 4th test
Yes,
match.
and
Talking
you're
about
not-
identifying and grooming talents here, sorry to cut you both. Look at Lucknow. Mayank Yadav,
Oh yeah. Oh, we have to
Delhi
talk about
We have
it.
to talk about Mayank Yadav.
Yeah.
156. What an exciting addition. As in, he himself said that Vijay Dahiya, who was the former scout, or I don't know whether he's still the scout with LSG, he identified him at a Vijay Hazare trophy. And that is the beauty of the IPL, right? If not for IPL, maybe it would have taken some more years for Mayank Yadav to get this attention that he's getting. But today, a Stuart Broad is saying, I've already texted Steve Smith that watch out for this guy
Beware.
if he plays in the 5-test series later this year. So that's the beauty of IPL, right? Like, Mayank, how excited were you guys? Like, pace is pace, yaar.
Absolutely.
Pace is pace, yaar. I mean,
You know, when I,
Waiting.
I will not talk about Mayank Yadav because we will talk about Mayank Yadav. He has been great. You know, I feel bad for a certain player who plays for SRH, Umran Malik.
yeah.
The way SRH have,
Handled
they
him.
unearthed him and then they let him fall.
Yeah.
Because Mayank Yadav, Umran Malik, see that Indian pace unit with Bumrah. Oh my God. Pace is pace, yaar. When you talk about pace is pace, yaar.
the Umran Malik talk gets me depressed as hell, man. 22 wickets in his first season.
Yeah.
Second season, Muthaiya Muralidharan goes to a podcast and says on record that you can be very, very talented, but if you can only bowl fast, that's no use for us. You have to learn how to bowl cutters and this and that, that and that.
Yeah.
Since then, I have not seen that Umran again. That bowler who could skid on good length, shatter your stump, breathtaking Yorker that scared Shreyas Iyer, that terrific shot of the length bouncer, the ability to just ramp up the pace at 147 from the first ball of the match. That Umran Malik's no more.
I think it's very, like he pointed out, it's like unfair to say that Mayank Yadav has better control but Umran doesn't. It's the coach's job to get that right?
You know, Mayank Yadav, I think he has been with this LSG side for last 2
2
years.
years.
Okay. He did not play the first 2 seasons, but they worked on him.
Yeah.
And see how he has come out when he get that first game.
Yeah.
Punjab Kings were cruising.
Yeah.
It looked like an 8 or 9 wicket win.
Yeah. Shikhar and Bairstow were taking them down.
Yeah.
And that is what pace does.
Yes.
That is what pace does. Shikhar, Bairstow both said, that's the first time I've seen both openers back away from a domestic bowler.
Yes, I have never seen that happening.
International standard opener have captained their teams. They just backed away against Mayank Yadav from the second ball of the match.
Yeah.
And they both are ICC winning players. They have performed in ICC tournaments.
Yeah.
And you see
and
this.
Bairstow has been brought up on pitches, lively pitches.
Pace is just pace, yeah.
Yes.
There's
know,
And why
nothing
will
like
you
that.
go and ask your fastest bowler to bowl slowers and cutters? What is the need? I don't
And that
understand.
slower also comes out at some 135 kilometers per
Exactly.
hour.
How
yeah.
that-
I
not
think,
slow, that is what-
again, Stuart Broad made a very good point. When you have these express fast bowlers, and especially young fast bowlers, don't play them in every match. Like, for instance, if you go to Chinnaswamy, when you face RCB, when you know that a top edge will sail over the boundary rope, don't play him there.
Yes.
That's exactly what Puran also said. How critics talk about them that you have to learn slowers when you go to Chinnaswamy, you have to do this management and stuff.
Yeah.
Puran simply said there will be games when top edges will fly for a 6 and he'll concede a lot of runs. Then don't come and question him because he's the same bowler. It's about how we use him in particular conditions, what kind of day he has, what kind of luck he has. So it's okay if Mayank Yadav goes for 50 in 4 overs, I am fine.
Yeah.
It's about LSG, how they use him, and it's about how much they back him through the season.
Before we round up, talking about depressing situations about fast bowlers, there is a very depressing situation brewing up in the neighboring country.
Oh.
Yeah. Shaheen Afridi sends a statement, as in, is removed from captaincy. Babar Azam is reappointed as the T20 and ODI captain. And Shaheen, as part of the Pakistan Cricket Board's official release, Shaheen says it was an honor for me to lead Pakistan and I'll do my best to back Babar. I fully support this. And then there are reports saying that Shaheen wanted to put a social media statement claiming that Pakistan Cricket Board didn't contact him for this statement. Have you seen this ever happening in Indian cricket or anywhere around the world?
I have not seen this happening, but this is what Pakistan cricket is. I mean, last 6-7 months or last 2 years, 4 different PCB heads, okay, different captains, different coaches. Every 3 months you change the selectors.
Yeah.
And this chaos, how and why do you brew it up?
Yeah.
Just 2 months before the T20 World Cup. But yes, I believe, I have said it before we entered the podcast room also, this chaos might help Pakistan win this ICC tournament because Pakistan are the best team when they play when there is chaos. But
what about the mindset of someone like Shaheen, Saurabh?
You know,
he was a very promising fast bowler. Whatever you say, he has.
You know what shocked me?
Yeah.
One series you give him, yes, he loses, okay, and then you let go of the director of cricket, the coaches, fine. The chief selector is still there.
Yeah.
He is not going anywhere because he's in the good books of new PCB chairman. But then Shaheen Afridi, okay, he won 2 titles for Lahore Qalandars, PSL titles. This season they could not win, they could not repeat their performance, they go down because a lot of overseas players were not available. Rashid and Samar Joseph was also there. A lot of players, they were not available, they did not play. Okay, and then you send the entire Pakistan team. There are reports which say that he called back Imad Wasim out from retirement. He talked him out of retirement. He talked Mohammad Amir out of retirement. He did everything. He made Saeem Ayub the opener, and then Saeem Ayub performs well in the PSL. And then the entire team is training in that military camp wherever they are having it. Abbottabad.
Yeah.
And then a statement comes out. Babar is appointed. A video is released. Babar is talking to the new PCB chairman. And the other statement says Shaheen Afridi supports it.
You know the problem? Pakistan Cricket Board is being run by a 12-year-old. That 12-year-old at 5 p.m. in the evening takes his bat, goes into the ground and says, either you make me bat first, else I am going home. And this has happened since the last 2 years. Ramiz Raza brought some changes, some significant changes in the Pakistan cricketing system. Who's the guy? Najam Sethi comes and he completely abolishes those, goes back to the old ways. Then comes Ehsan Mani, he does some weird stuff, sacks Babar Azam because... Zaka Ashraf. Because Babar Azam lost one ICC tournament semi-final he could not go to. He gets sacked. They bring in Mohammad Hafiz. And again, this whole system repeats. I'm just... You know what? I am in of these Pakistan players who still find ways to win matches, international matches, while all of this goes in the background.
Amidst this all this circus.
Yeah, because what Pakistan Cricket Board are ensuring is an absolute struggle period for the next 10 years. We are back in the 90s where everybody is trying to put a knife up somebody else's back, and this is what Pakistan cricket has been reduced to by the administrators and nobody else.
Coming back to Indian cricket, to the IPL, give me your predictions at the midway stage, top 4, before we round up.
Midway stage, midway through the league, top 4?
Midway through the league.
Okay.
Like say another 2 weeks.
Okay.
So seeing which teams will be in top 4 in the next 2 weeks.
After playing 7 games.
So KKR obviously going to be there. SRH for me.
SRH 2 out of 3. Yeah.
CSK. And then I believe GT are going to be there.
Whoever goes on the road for the better part of the next 2 weeks are going to be below.
But RCB play most at home. What about them then?
They're still going to be low.
Yeah.
So I think SRH play a lot of games at home in April. So SRH.
Friday evening.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Me versus you. Yeah, definitely. So CSK, KKR, SRH and Rajasthan.
What about you?
MI coming back?
MI.
By the time this podcast releases, MI would have been 1 up. 1-2.
This is how Akshay jinxes teams.
One Mumbai player or one former Mumbai player will perform today, and it will not be in blue, is what I am saying.
Sachin will perform outside the ground.
For sure. Yeah. Josh Butler.
So you said MI?
Yeah. MI?
Okay.
GT, like you said.
Okay.
And I want LSG to come there.
Okay.
For another thing, that raw pace. And then maybe KKR, of course.
Okay.
Yeah,
Did you not say CSK?
There's a CSK slide that I'm predicting.
Okay. Big call there.
And yeah, you know, since we always ask our listeners and viewers to give their opinions, I think we should do it this time as well, because so many things have happened. And what are the young talents that they are looking out for, and what is their say about what is happening in Pakistan cricket? You can send in your feedback on 8588 966 996. You could also email on pods@indiatoday.com. And if you're listening to this podcast on Google Podcast, Apple Podcasts, and Spotify, please do rate us there. And like we always say, your comments are welcome on our YouTube comments section. Thank you. Have a great week.
You are on India Today Podcasts, and you are in the Sledging Room.